Hi people, I'm Zara. It's so great to be part of the Jaipur Literary Festival. I was in Jaipur once before, but I was like 2 years old. So my first book has just been released. It's called Zara's Travels, From Scotland to Singapore. My dad and I have been taking trains all the way across Eurasia for the past couple of years, with my little brother and mother sometimes tagging along. Because of COVID, we haven't finished yet, but we made it all the way from Inverness in Scotland to Almaty in Kazakhstan. I really enjoyed countries like Azerbaijan and Georgia and Uzbekistan. So I wanted to read you a section titled, If You're a Sucker for the Silk Roads. Here it goes. Now you've made it to the other side of the Caspian Sea, so you are well and truly in Asia. And Central Asia is the center of the Silk Road action. This is still the terrain of the great nomadic Turkic peoples. There are so many similarities across the huge Turkic world located between the Russians, Arabs, Persians, and Chinese. For example, the Mongols brought food like momo to Central Asia. Turkic people now call this dish manti. They're dumplings made of dough and filled with meat, pumpkin, and other veggies. Totally momo-licious. Here's another similarity. Turkic people were traveling nomads that stayed in gurs, which is the Mongolian word for it, or yurts, Turkish. They were furry, felty tents that 5 to 6 family members could set up in an hour, and 3 to 4 camels could carry wherever they migrated. Because these Turkic nomads were always wandering, I saw similar yurts from eastern Turkey all the way down to Kazakhstan near China. If you really want to learn the full history of the Silk Roads, I would recommend Peter Frankopan's amazingly illustrated book, The Silk Roads, which tells you all about it. It's so full of facts and stories that I made my own little booklet summarizing his big book. He even autographed the cover. And now, ladies and bubbleheads, I present to you some of my favorite characters, otherwise known as the Silk Road Suckers. Many things were happening on the Silk Roads during times of trade. Here are some of the real suckers of the show. The Huns, ruthless cray-cray killers, demolishing and deathly, and total celebs for starring as the villains in the movie Mulan. They would scar the cheeks of young boys to make sure they would never have facial hair and would warm meat between their thighs. Next, anxious as always to conquer the show and pretty much everything that he saw, we have the Emperor Constantine, who saw a cross in the sky and some words, "Thou shalt conquer all." And that's what he did. Oh, and his love for action was so great that he made a new city just so he could be close to the action. Constantinople, the new Rome. And then, forever taking the spotlight, we have the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. Now he was quite mad. He built the Great Wall of China, and the thousands who died building it were buried there. Blech. He was obsessed with finding the secret to immortality, and literally drank mercury, which is poison, because he thought that was what the gods drank. He lived only 49 years, but hey, that's what you get from drinking poison, even if you want to live forever. So that's the end of this section. After that, I go on to explain the not-so-great game, Turkmenistan, and the most dazzling sights I saw in Khiva, Bukhara, and Samarkand in Uzbekistan, and why the Mongols didn't destroy some of the madrasas because they were so beautiful or they dropped their helmets. You can watch my videos from the whole journey on my YouTube channel called Zara's Travels and read even more in the book. Thanks for listening. Zara, taking the train out.